Well, what up, dude? How you living?
Dude, I'm good, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, the sun is shining. The air is crisp. California dreaming.
Dude, April is here. Spring is in full force. You just had a big trip.
You had a big trip as well.
I just got back from Coachella.
Where did you,
I stayed, okay, so yeah, so we got our tickets late.
Because it wasn't definite.
No.
You were on the fence, even with the ticks.
Motel 6 was $1,000 a night. Kennedy refuses to.
What a deal.
Yeah, my fiance, she's like, I'm not staying in Motel 6.
She's a high class lady.
She's a high class lady, and she's not like pretentious. She just knows hotels.
She knows her worth.
Her
brother.
dad works in hotels. She's like, there's jizz everywhere. That direct quote. She's like, there's literally jizz everywhere. And I was like, babe.
Which is part of the reason we like staying there so much.
Yeah.
But I don't yuck anybody else's yums.
Yeah, I was like, babe, that's like, you're describing our house.
That's funny. There's semen everywhere. It's true.
Yeah. There's jizz everywhere. And
did you tell her that? I come everywhere, babe.
Yeah. I was like, babe, look what you're sitting in.
Everything you touch, I've splattered.
Yeah. Look at your oatmeal. Guys,
check out Santa Cruz Medicinals. He'll tell you about that.
Yeah. And then, so we were like, man, I was like, I don't even think we're gonna find a place. I don't think I would have paid for Motel 6, but no. I was like doubtful. I was like, I don't think it's gonna happen. And then she's like, why don't we ask your sister-in-law's aunt and uncle? They have a place in La Quinta.
Bro, good intel, dude.
Yeah. So
straight Mossad.
And they have a nice place. They have a casita, and they were down. So we got free lodging.
And it was just you two there?
Yeah. I mean, they were there. We hung out with them.
Right.
We got dinner with them. They're the sweetest people on earth.
What a deal, dude.
Yeah, and they're in La Quinta, which is like right next to Coachella. So yeah, we got to stay there. Beautiful spot. But dude, I mean, getting in and out, it's 10 minutes from Coachella, their place. Took an hour and a half each time to like drive in.
That much traffic.
And then getting an Uber out took like the first night we Ubered because we wanted to party a little bit. Dude, getting out of Coachella, everyone's walking. It's 100,000 people. You're like, how am I gonna get an Uber? You ask, there's guys there lined up. They're like pitching. They're like, hey, you want a car? And we're like, how much? They're like 300. And you're like, dude, you're going like 2 miles. So eventually we found someone who did it for 100.
That feels right.
She was sweet. She worked security at the event. She wanted to make a little extra scratch. But it's all just, you got to plan it out. We didn't plan that part out.
How do you plan that out?
I think some people hire a private driver, or you get like a place where you can walk.
Right. Or you make a deal with like an Uber driver beforehand.
You make a deal.
Hey, meet us here.
You plan ahead. I think the best thing though is if you can walk to the festival, that
seems ideal. And you like to take walks.
I like walks. Yeah, you take a walk, and you also we walked like probably 2 miles out of the festival to find Uber, so you kind of walk off all the booze and shit. But yeah, dude, it was fun.
Well, take us inside the fest. Which sets did you like?
So first night saw some Sabrina. She's cool. She had a very sophisticated set and like a story.
Mm-hmm.
But it was kind of like, it wasn't pulling me in. It didn't make me want to dance. She played espresso. I danced to that. But it wasn't like, it was more kind of like a show for YouTube, it felt like.
Interesting. Yeah, because you know what? The clips did play well. The choreo with the dude where they were like crawling to each other.
Yeah.
I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
But I could see if you're in a crowd of 100,000 people.
Yeah.
The best performances at Coachella, I feel like the energy goes out, and it felt like she was trying to pull the energy
exactly.
in.
Yeah. And you know what? Like during her set, I was kind of like, I feel kind of bad for her. No one's like, I'm sure the crowd was like into it, but to me, I'm like, people aren't into it. Yeah. That's what I thought.
And they were more into it for other sets too. That wasn't an across the board Coachella vibe.
It's a good question. I think. Yeah, Bieber, they were like, it was so packed.
It's probably what, like 250,000 people or something?
Something crazy, yeah.
Is Saturday night bigger than Sunday night?
Dude, It seemed like it. That's why they put Bieber there, right? I think they did. Yeah, I think Saturday night is the big night because Sunday night people are just worn out.
And people start to leave.
Yeah, people leave. Saw Carol G though. Do you know who Carol G is?
She's Colombian.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so we got like up front for her. Massive babe. Massive babe. She's
from Medellin, where my mom's from.
Yeah, she has Shakira vibes. She crushed it. Very like, it was like reggaeton.
That's my people right there.
Reggaeton. It was all Spanish. I saw Camila Cabello in the crowd. I was watching her. I was like, I think she's jealous.
You used to like her too. Like,
yeah, I used to like
when we started the pod.
Yeah.
That was your first babe, I think.
Was it? Yeah, Camila. But I was watching. I was like, she's so jealous right now.
Yeah.
And
you gotta respect it. She wants that top spot. Carol G's taking it from her.
Yeah, and so
balls in your court, Camila. Let's see what you come back with.
Yeah, dude, Carol G. The dancing, all that stuff. They had a lot of movements where they were just showing ass, and I was like, this is what you're supposed to do. You shake that butt.
And how did Bieber's YouTube go live?
It was good. We left kind of early, because we didn't want to get like stuck. But when he first started, like his voice is so incredible, where you're just like, beautiful. Man, his voice is unreal.
The tone is ridiculous,
and he looks so happy.
It's so soothing when it gets into your ear and it just fits.
Yeah. You're like, man, this is amazing. And Swag and Swag 2 are a little slow for me. It's not really my style. I like his pop, but I mean, you listen to it, you're like, he's incredible. Like as soon as he started singing, I just had a big smile on my face. When he did Stay with Kid Laroi, I was like, let's fucking go. Man, dude, I love the way he talks too. He's like, sounds like y'all need some energy. Let's run it. He's like, oh, WizKid, where you at, broski? Where you at? And then
did you feel like it was healing for him?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. It felt like he was happy. It felt like this is like it was like an expression of like what he wants to do, like his artistry, like he's free from. We know a guy at Golden Voice. That's how he got tickets. And we talked to him about it, and he's like, yeah, you just go through the Bieber family. You don't go through agents or anything. He's like totally independent. Which is interesting.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Because he felt taken advantage of by Scooter Braun, and there's more sordid stories behind that, like
I think so. Yeah.
Industry at large.
Yeah. So, and dude, yesterday we were just chilling. We watched Never Say Never and Believe and the
documentaries.
The documentaries. Yeah. He's just a kid. It's crazy.
I know.
Who else do we see? But my favorite is the Yuma tent. That's just deep house. I like Fist Pump. I like the Dewlab.
And Yuma Tent's not big like the other ones, right?
It's like Dewlab's the smaller one.
Dewlab's, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. I'm confused.
But Yuma Tent's not huge. It's a big tent, but it's not like Sahara or anything like that.
Right.
Sahara's massive. But it's just a vibe in there. It's hardwood floor, and you're just fist pumping. Yeah, is that about it?
What about like the food and like the amenities?
Dude, I mean,
is it like $30 for a slice of pizza?
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, I got a vodka Red Bull double, and she got a vodka Sprite, $80. Yep, slice of pizza $30. Acai bowl $50.
Did you see any funny things or
I saw Northwest.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How old are they? Like 12, 13?
Dude, that's what I thought. She was just standing there, and she was just had a grill on. She was
just dancing.
No, she was just standing there,
just hanging,
wanting to get noticed.
Yeah, she's 12.
She's 12?
Oh, and she's been in the Paw Patrol movie, so my kids are probably fans.
She's 12 years old, and she was there. Yeah, look at her.
I saw her perform at the Kanye concert. You
went to the Kanye concert too?
Yeah, it was incredible. Best concert of my life.
It did look pretty amazing.
It was hilarious when she came out. She just started rapping, and it was like, all right.
Was she good?
Nah, I wouldn't say good.
But did she have potential?
You can't even really tell because it's like 4 words in the song. It's like Miss Westie, she's my bestie, or something like that's like the whole song.
I saw Lauryn Hill came out.
Oh yeah, that was incredible.
That was cool.
But it was just 3 hours, 50 songs, 45 of them were probably hits, and like 5 of them were probably new stuff from Bully, and that's what he needed to do. Like everyone was there for the hits, and it was fucking incredible.
Seeing her was like in her crew, I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, the people watching there is like, Kennedy and I were just walking through. I was like, you know, some festival people are like really cool and just sweet, but a lot of the people there, you're like, these are the worst people on earth.
How so? Like arms dealers?
Yeah, like exactly. Like they're dealing arms.
Oh, dude.
Isn't that
scumbags.
Isn't that crazy?
It's just crazy we all like music, you know? You'd
Yeah.
think someone like that would be, I don't know, immune to those more sensitive pleasures, but
I know.
even dictators want to move their hips.
Yeah, yeah. It's like literally, I was like, oh my god, there's dictators, there's arms dealers, all kinds of just unsavory people, and then there's the classic college festy bro.
I was curious about that. What were the age demos?
I think 20s, 20s with fake tits.
So straight up, this isn't gonna hurt my feelings, and I'm all right with any answer. Am I too old for Coachella?
No. That's, you know what I think? I think the older it's a lot of people. When's the last time you went? Like 2017?
I'd say even earlier than that. Maybe like 2016, 2015.
2016?
Super close, actually. You kind of drilled it.
I think it's for older people.
Whoa.
You know what I mean?
Oh, you know what's the last time I went was driving Uber when I crashed my
that's
car.
right. Yeah.
So how old was I then? 29, I think.
That was like 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, this is a hot take. Coachella's for older people.
Oh.
Because they enjoy it. The younger people, the influencer people, they're just trying to get noticed. They're trying to look cool. They're trying to catch some attention, maybe some likes. They're trying to like vibe on other people thinking they're cool. But the older people, they're just there for the music.
It's a super good point.
Yeah.
Because I went to Weenie Roast when I was like 18 with my boys, but I wasn't there for the music. I was there. I was like, dudes, we're going to have a crazy time.
Yeah.
But then when I turned about 29, I went and saw Tom Petty, and I remember I could actually hear it.
Yeah.
Like I felt I was like with the musician.
Right.
I don't know what you have to go through first to have that happen.
I think there's like
But you have to go through something.
Through maturity or something like that, where I think when you're younger, you go with your dong.
Yes. And your dong is never, dude, yes.
You go with your dong. Women, they go with their tits. You're led by these things. You're led by melons or a shaft.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't experience pleasure in the dong and I think nipples, but you can't experience the soul, you know?
Yeah. Because there's almost like a wall behind the tits.
Exactly, of silicone. And then with the dong, it's like just a wall of jizz.
Yeah, you almost gotta like have a health scare before you can really hear music.
Dude, good call.
Like you had your testicular
torsion. Yeah, that's when I really understood.
I got herpes.
Linkin Park. Yeah.
I was like, all right.
Yeah, when you got herpes, you started listening to like Erykah Badu, right?
Bro, yeah. I like Erykah Badu. Dude, Cameron had a great line about Erykah Badu. He's like, man, I don't know what it is about that girl, but if you start dating her, you start wearing shoulder pads. He's like, I was friends with Andre 3000 before. He's dressed like a normal dude.
Yeah.
It's like,
are they together?
They were. They have a kid or two together.
Really? Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I know that.
It's kind of magical thinking about those two in the same room.
Yeah.
I like couples like that, like where you can be like, are they just like on vibes? Do they even speak? Or are they just like flowy?
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, artistry. I don't think I don't know. You have to be a certain level of maturity to appreciate artistry.
Do you think you'll go back?
Yeah, I think so. If I can figure out the right
accommodation. I'm glad that all fell into place like beautifully.
That was nice. Yeah.
Sounds sick.
I think it's just the there's a glamping option. It's like $10,000. So, but I think if I ever had the means to do that, I would totally do that.
That's what like the crazy. Don't some of them get like little?
It's like you have like a tent.
Yeah.
But it has like AC and stuff, and not like a like a nice tent.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Look at that. Can you imagine?
Yeah, because then you feel like
you're
you're still in the vibe.
You're like, oh, I'm gonna go have breakfast at the Do Lab.
Did you get lit?
Friday night a little bit. But dude, you know what? I had more fun there sober. I drove Sunday night. I had more fun sober. I like got these mushrooms, and I took some, but I wasn't sure if they were working, so I was like more concerned with like feeling the mushrooms.
That's a frustrating place to be.
Isn't that annoying?
Yeah, because then you start chasing it too, and you're like, hey, do you have anything? Do you have anything?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You kind of miss out on what's happening.
Yeah, and I had a bunch of vodka Red Bulls, and we had fun, but then we were there, Saturday I was pretty sober, Sunday I was pretty sober, and I was like, this is more fun. Guys, I have some shows coming up. Super excited about it. My Stoke TED Talk is coming back to Los Angeles, Jam in the Van this Saturday, April 18th at 8 p.m. I want to see you there if you're in the SoCal area. Then we will be in San Antonio next weekend. I'm talking April 24th to April 26th. Me and JT busting out some sets. Then I will be with my Stoke TED Talk in Denver, May 6th, Greeley, Colorado, May 7th, Colorado Springs, May 8th, Casper, Wyoming, May 9th. JT and I will be in San Jose, May 17th. Then I am back. Well, then I'll be in Minneapolis, June 3rd, Milwaukee, June 4th, Ann Arbor, June 6th. Then I'll be back in Los Angeles, June 13th. Then New Orleans, Mobile, Alabama, Irvine, Dallas, Fort Worth, Phoenix, and Boston, all coming up. Get your tickets at chadandjt.com. East Coast guy?
I'm an East Coast guy.
Yeah.
I was in Connecticut for a week, New York for a couple days, and then Newport, Rhode Island. Dude, awesome places. Seen a lot of family. All of my ladies' family out there. Saw some of my buddies. Big ups to Ross and Matt. Love you guys. Your kids are beautiful. Went to the city for a couple days. I mean, New York, probably my favorite place in the world.
Yeah.
We were on the Upper West Side. We were right next to the, what's that theater called? Bleecker
Street?
No, what's that theater called? Beacon. The Beacon Theater.
Oh, you were?
We were right next to it.
That's where you're staying?
We were staying at the Beacon Hotel, which gave me a good deal on a room.
That's cool.
And the Upper West Side's kind of quiet. It was nice for the kids. It was cold, but what a beautiful city, man. I just smile.
Yeah.
Just on the subway, and I'm just loving the energy. Just all the people.
You love being in the midst of people and the action.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love being surrounded by people, and I can just sit there and just smile watching all the things go by.
Yeah.
And you know what I like about New Yorkers? They make eye contact with you.
Yeah.
Because they're so alert about what's going on around them.
Yeah.
And I'm a big eye contact guy, so people just walk by and be like this. And I like that. I'm like, yeah, let's lock in real quick. And
could you see yourself moving there?
I totally could.
Yeah.
I would totally raise my kids in New York.
Yeah.
I know they'd be like, like guys who grow up in New York City, how they're always kind of annoying.
Yeah.
They're like, I grew up in New York City. And
Yeah.
you're like, all right. But I would like to live there. It's just so expensive. No one can do it.
Would you live in like Connecticut or like?
I would. My buddies live there and they got great situations. Like it seems like a great place to raise kids. There's really nice towns out there.
Yeah.
You grew up out there, and I've driven across the state now a couple times. It's beautiful. It's wooded.
Yeah.
Like I say, lots of cemeteries, great pizza. The people seem really solid. I really liked Newport, Rhode Island.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I thought you would. Yeah.
And there's like crusty sea dog kind of dudes out there,
Yeah.
like dudes at the bars are just like, Cheryl, shut up.
Yeah.
All right, you don't know anything. And then she's like, you know what? I'll rip your fucking guts out. They're literally talking like that.
Yeah.
And I was at the bar. We went to this place like Flo's Clam House. And I go to the bar and I sit between a bunch of people and I'm like, what's the best seafood to get here? They're like, everything's good.
Yeah.
And they're like, where are you from? I'm like, California. They're like, your fucking seafood sucks.
Really?
Everything's better here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well then what would you pick? They're like, flip a coin. It's better. And I'm like, well, if you flipped a coin, what would you pick? He's like, depends on what you want.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want whatever's the best. He's like, all right, you want what's the best? You know, you get the cod or you get this and that. And then he's just kind of barking at me. And then I go, all right, I'll get 6 shrimp cocktails and I'll get the swordfish. And the guy sitting next to me at the bar goes, you did good.
Really? That's hilarious.
They're funny. And it's super pretty out there. Although I will say this, I like Newport is just gorgeous. We went to like a wedding out there. Super fun, like on this beautiful estate. They got these like old mansions out there. You're like, dude, they probably had like hundreds of servants, these people. The dude getting married works for the DOJ and they had like security at the wedding.
Wow.
So
I forgot you were going to a wedding.
Yeah, and then but dude, the band they got was killer.
Really?
Yeah, and then it was my wife used to babysit for the girl who was getting married.
Yeah.
So I didn't know anyone and she just knew the family. And they sat me next to the bride's grandma. She's a hilarious lady. She's 85. And she's telling me about her mom and how her mom never really liked her husband, who she's still with, and how they had to kind of like escape from Chicago. And she was talking about her friend who like the mom came up and was yelling at her and they got all of her stuff out. And she's like, and that friend died. She started crying.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. And, but I was there for her. Like I wanted to hear it and it seemed like it was good for her to get off her chest. But then her husband was like, yo, you got her crying. And I was like, I'm sorry. And then the family came over and they're like, why is my grandma crying?
Really?
I was like, we're just talking. I think she had to get this off her chest. And then I kind of like pulled this into different territory. But, yeah, we went deep fast.
Did you get buck wild at the wedding? Or?
I brought the grandma out on the dance floor, and that's how he pulled out of it. And then we were just fucking crushing moves.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was dancing like a maniac. I love dancing so much. And me and the lead singer of the band was killer. And he was coming up, and we were just like hitting the moves, and I was sweating. I was like, this is great. And a dude came up to me at the wedding and was like, bro, you got the best moves at the wedding. I was like, let's fucking go. That fires me up so much. And then he's like, I'm too old to do it. This is true. I go, bro, I did 20 minutes of stretching and TheraBand work before I came to the wedding.
Yeah.
I was hitting my shit. I was ready to go.
Yeah.
But dude, a negative thing. Have you been to a Planet Fitness?
Yeah.
It's straight fascist.
How you mean?
All right. I put my kids to sleep at 8. I hustle butt over there because they're closing at 10. I'm like, all right, that'll give me enough time. It's a 20-minute drive. So I get there at like 8:30. I get to Planet Fitness at 8:30. They close at 10. I'm going to do a good leg workout. I walk in. I'm wearing this. And I walk in and the lady goes, you can't wear jeans in here. I'm like, why? She's like, we have a rule, no jeans. She points down. There's a little thing. It says, we're trying to keep up decorum. No sandals, no jeans. Whoa. I'm like, come on. She's like, you can come back tomorrow. I'm like, I don't have time tomorrow. So I hustle back, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. I get back, it's like 9:15. I'm like, I can still do my leg workout.
Yeah.
I walk in, I get my day pass. The lady was like, you can't wear jeans in here. I'm like, all right, fine. I'm wearing the sweater. I start doing hack squats. I take the sweater off. I put it on the ground. The lady comes over and she's like, you can't put your sweater on the ground. Wow. You have to tie it around your waist.
Wow.
I was like, how many rules do you have? Then she's like, if you don't like it, you can leave. And I go, no, I'll finish my workout. I put my headphones in, got back to work. This dude walks by, his sweater's on the ground. I look at the lady. I'm like, you gonna say something to him? I kind of narked on the dude, but I was
Did she?
pissed. She goes, I said something to him. And then I saw another guy later put his sweater down. And she did say something to him too. So she was fair about it. But then I was hitting, what was I hitting? Leg curls. And one of the dudes who got sweatered on came up and he's like, in 3 years I've been coming here, they've never mentioned a thing. So I don't know what was going on, but I did notice, I don't think it's the lady's fault. I think this is Planet Fitness. Look at this fucking sign they have up in Planet Fitness. Yeah, look at these club policies. No dropping weights, no grunting, no deadlifts, no powerlifting, no string tank tops, no work boats, no gym bags on the floor, no gallon jugs in the gym. Dude, they're like trying to get rid of gym bros. They're literally prejudiced against gym bros who are the most dedicated gym people in the world. And then look at this one I was at. It said lunk alarm. I'll send this to you, Jake. Lunk, slang, one who grunts, drops weights, or judges. Ricky is slamming his weights wearing a bodybuilding tank top and drinking out of a water gallon jug. What a lunk. What is happening? This is a gym. This is like supposed to be a safe space for guys like that. They can't have the gym. Whoa. I don't mean to come at this with so much anger, but
no, this is insanity.
And this is what creates a backlash. Like you start trashing buff dudes who are a little vain about their muscles, and this is what makes them go manosphere, over the top with shit.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, let them have the fucking gym.
It's insane.
I've never been to it. And I like, okay, sometimes it's annoying when people are doing that, but I like when you see a fucking super jack dude sling weights and slam them and be alpha.
Gold's Gym inspires you.
It fires you up. You get intimidated, but then you go, okay, I got to step up a little bit. I might not be that guy, but I'll hit a couple extra pull-ups right now, and maybe I will be that guy. And then, yeah, sorry, it's not the ladies' fault. This is Planet Fitness's fault. It's a fucking joke, dude. Like, you're a gym, bro. You're a gym.
Wait, so they literally have the lunk alarm. They're literally calling out gym bros?
Yeah, it says that it's the biggest thing in there. And then they have like a bunch of like fascist positivity stuff where it's like, be nice, be supportive, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, people at the gym are nice. Gym bros are nice. Ever asked a buff guy for a spot? He'll always give you one.
Yeah.
And he'll always help you get a couple extra reps. So why are we turning them into the problem when they're not the problem?
What's their MO right now?
Dude, if you guys are listening to this podcast to relax, I know I'm getting political again. I'm sorry.
Dude. No, this is warranted. This is what America has come to.
See, that's where the brain goes.
Yeah.
Because then you go, okay, there is a war on men.
Yeah.
And it's happening at Planet Fitness. Well, guess what? Men are part of the planet. And they're a huge part of fitness.
Who's to blame for this?
And women, and I shouldn't just say it's women either. I mean, because this stuff says guys, but women want to do this shit too. I love when I see a fucking jack chick throwing down deadlifts and hitting power cleans and being a beast. I mean, that's half of Instagram. It's awesome.
Dude, I was at Gold's Gym. This jack girl was doing deadlifts. She farted. Everyone got stoked.
That's what's up.
It made me lift more.
That's what's up.
Should we go on a crusade to bankrupt Planet Fitness?
That's how you got to fight now. What else is going on in the world? But yeah, it was a great time. Good hanging out with my kids. They just grow leaps and bounds. Anytime we take them on a trip, their brains just accelerate and they just grow so much. 2 aquariums, Norwalk and fucking, what's the one in fucking Warwick? I think that's where it is.
Nothing better than a nice aquarium. Do they have like tunnels with sharks in them?
Yeah, not that sick. They got a shark tank, but I know what you mean when you walk in and they're like all 360 on you.
What's your favorite thing? What's their favorite thing at the aquarium?
Okay, at the Norwalk one, it's the stingrays and then it says flamingos, even though they don't have them there. Oh, bleep my kids' names. Maybe I should just start saying that. I don't know what to do, but bleep them on this one. And then at Warwick, their favorites were, she liked the sharks, and he liked, the octopus. He goes, octopus.
Those are cool.
Yeah, but my favorite's the jellies. They got great jellyfish at the Norwalks one.
Yeah.
They're so cool looking. And they got like 5 different kinds. It's really awesome.
They're aliens.
That's what I always say.
Yeah.
They're so weird.
There's something where they don't have like a heart or a brain or something.
They don't look like they have anything.
Yeah.
They're just propelling.
Yeah, they're just moving. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Jake, can you look up there's something that, I know they're not immortal, but there's something about a jellyfish.
That's what I thought. But then on the wall there, it said they only live a couple months. But I thought they live for like ever.
They live for a few months to 2 years.
But I heard that too. Where did you hear that? Someone's been lying to us about jellyfish.
The immortal species. Okay. Can technically, immortal species, Turritopsis durini, sounds like an Italian dish, can regenerate its cells to reverse its life cycle from adult medusa back to infant when facing danger or starvation. Oh, so they do just like a 72-hour water fast.
You are a jellyfish, dude.
Dude, that's what you
got. The
got.
jellyfish diet, bro.
Cream Jeans asked, would it feel good to fuck a jellyfish if it didn't sting you? Yeah, it would.
That would. Even if it did sting you, honestly, depending on how you party.
Yeah.
I like Euphoria. I'm into stuff like that.
Dude, yeah, we watched Euphoria yesterday.
It was a lot.
Yeah. I
not quite buying.
My hot take, I hate that show.
Yeah, I think it's this season for sure.
I was like, I hate it. Everything, like, that's just like the stuff I do not like.
Yeah, just because it's dark and ugly.
Just dark, yeah. I'm like, dude, can we watch like Happy Gilmore? We just watched all Justin Bieber's documentaries.
Dude, one entertainment thing too. My beautiful wife, she got us tickets to see Dog Day Afternoon with John Bernthal.
Oh, really? You saw that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And how was that?
It was okay. The play's not great. The movie's a lot better. It has a couple good scenes, but I don't think the teleplay is great. I don't think the script is great. The dude from The Bear, his part's kind of a nothing burger. Bernthal's good though, and has a ton of charisma.
He crushed it. What was he like in person?
He's very charismatic. He's exactly like he is in movies. Yeah, he's very good.
Did he make you want to nap less?
Yeah, he does give you a little fucking shot of energy. Really, come on, be a dude.
Yeah.
You know what? Okay, I'll spoil this. So, because the movie's been out for so long, the character's gay. Yeah, like he's robbing the bank for his boyfriend to get a trans operation. John Bernthal plays when you find out he's gay, like you find out in the play like halfway through, he plays the character just exactly like John Bernthal. Yeah. So I think his idea was like, well, look, there's nothing different about being gay. So when I play gay, I just play it like myself. But the thing is, John Bernthal doesn't feel gay at all. Yeah. So he's like, I'm gay. And the whole time you're like, no, you're not. Yeah. Like, I think Pacino in the movie didn't play him with like a gay affect or anything. Yeah. But there was like a dimension of like, he was able to imbue this kind of sexual ambiguity into the character that I did not get from Bernthal. So I kind of understood the choice from Bernthal to not intimate any gayness. Yeah. Because that's like kind of the more progressive thing to do. But it made it harder to suspend disbelief. And I'm an ally.
You should message him, be like, be gayer.
Do something. He needed to do something.
It would be funny if he like just put in one thing where he like made his wrist go like that.
I swear if he just would have done one moment where he's like, girl, you got it. Like, yeah. Or I don't even know I'm not a good enough actor to know what the move would have been. But he did kind of play the character like just straight John Bernthal.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe a you go girl or bitch please or yes queen. Just a little bit.
But the play itself, like just compared to the movie, the play itself isn't as good.
No, it's not as good. The script's not as good. The story turns aren't as good. It's pretty close, but it's just not as good. And then after the play, they all came up and they did it's still amazing. I love live theater. I'm a huge fan of plays. I fucking dig it. Even when they're about class consciousness and you're like, it's a fucking Broadway play. Everyone hears of means. It's like the worst place to deliver this message. But they made him and the cast came out and they were trying to help out a foundation that was doing like, something for LGBTQ betterness. And they were like, we're going to be selling John's shirt. And they live auctioned his clothes.
Interesting.
And so he had to kind of be like, yeah, you get my shirt. And I was like, it felt kind of tacky.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are they making them do this?
Do they sell it every time?
I don't know if they do it every time. They did it at the one I was at.
Yeah, you get my shirt.
Yeah, and then you felt kind of bad for Bernthal, where you're like, you're a pretty big actor.
Yeah.
Like an A- lister, and they're making you kind of do like a Magic Mike shit.
What? How long are they running the play for?
I don't know. Probably a couple more months. I think it goes in seasons.
How much does like an actor like him make from doing a theater run like that?
I think like 7 figures.
Really?
I think so.
Wow.
You would love that because it's every day.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds awesome. Just going to perform.
Yeah, so it's going until June 28th. Started on March 10th.
Wow.
The dude from The Bear, Ebon Moss, and from Girls doesn't have any like dialogue really.
Really?
Yeah, so he's kind of just like doing this, and I'm like, why'd you sign up for this, dog? They must have paid you. I think they paid him a lot of money to like not do much.
Yeah. Guys, this podcast is brought to you by Home Chef, the best meal kit biz in the game. Guys, we all know how hectic life can be, how busy it can get. You know, you gotta do taxes. You gotta sun your taint. You gotta pick out the right avocados. That takes a while. You gotta check to see if cantaloupe is right. That takes a while. But Home Chef makes prepping your meals easy with quality food, quality recipes, and they make it fun. I mean, it's the whole package. What is better than that? And you don't have to go to the grocery store. You know how brutal it is going to the grocery store? You drive there. There's people there. You have to check yourself out. If you don't want to wait in line, you have to look for all the, my fiance will give me recipes. I'm like, I don't even know where turmeric is. I don't even know what cumin is. But Home Chef takes care of all that because they have quality recipes, and you don't have to overthink it. You don't have to do all this work. You just get good stuff. They've worked with chefs like Gordon Ramsay, Giada de Laurentiis, bringing restaurant quality recipes straight to your kitchen. I'm talking Chef's Culinary Collection, classic meal kits, express options, that's sick, and 30-minute meals to oven-ready trays and quick microwave lunches. There's even a dedicated family menu for easy 4 or 6 serving dinners. Guys, it's affordable too. That's the best part. It's affordable. In this economy, what more could you ask for? Home Chef, I'm so stoked on you guys. For a limited time, Home Chef is offering our listeners 50% off and free shipping for your first box, plus free dessert for life. Go to homechef.com/go-deep. That's homechef.com/go-deep for 50% off your first box and free dessert for life. Homechef.com/go-deep. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert.
All right, dude, what about, where are you at on this beef between Alex Earl and Alex Cooper?
Dude, so I watched Portnoy talk about it yesterday. This is some juicy goss. I think, okay, here's what I think. Here's what I think happened. And Portnoy pretty much said as much. Alex Earl signed on with Unwell, Alex Cooper's podcast network, but she was already a huge star. So I think something happened financially. Or maybe like Alex Cooper was kind of like, being like, look, you signed on to here, so you're like a little bit lesser than me kind of vibe. I think it's a power struggle. Two Alexes going at it. And, it just did not end well. So I think maybe Alex Cooper is maybe subconsciously trying to
big dogger
a little bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that Alex Cooper's a Gemini. And I do think that Alex Earl is a Sagittarius. They always clash.
Tough alignment.
They should have consulted their astrological teachers before signing on to a deal like that, because you have to make sure your charts are aligned or else you're gonna clash.
We see it all the time, even on the grander stages.
Yeah.
Khomeini and Trump, the horoscopes would have told you it was going to head to that end.
Yeah, 100%.
I was telling people.
Yeah, I think Trump is a Pisces and Khomeini was a Leo. Dude, you get a fire and water sign. I mean,
that was Sean Penn and Madonna.
Yeah, Sean Penn, Scorpio, Madonna, Scorpio. Two Scorpios can't be together.
So problematic.
You know, they're definitely gonna have like crazy hot sex.
That's, I mean, Khomeini and Trump.
Yeah. So, if Alex Earl were an Aries, they probably would have crushed it together. But yeah, you know what? I think it's just an ego clash. I think it's, you know, they two big dogs going at it. What do you think? What's your take?
I just think they look so alike. They're like, dude, there can only be one. It's Highlander. And people confuse them all the time. They're probably in public getting mistaken from one another.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to build resentment.
Yeah.
And this happens in a lot of groups, you know?
100%.
It can feel zero sum, even if you're both just beautiful baddies with a ton of talent and options for days. It's tragic. It's really tragic.
So Alex Cooper called out Alex Earl. She was like, say what's up. And Alex Earl said,
hi, girl.
Yeah. And Alex Earl was like, okay, on it.
I saw the comment. Cooper really was trying to bring like I'm the top of the food chain energy. Like she was like trying to become like, it's just about time I called this out. Enough with the passive aggressive. Say what you got to say, girl. Gauntlet thrown.
Yeah. Dude, what if it's something crazy? It's like you murdered someone. What if Alex Cooper's the next Diddy?
Yeah, or like that's always like when you read about Sam Altman, you're like, this shit gets pretty gnarly, huh?
What do you mean?
Like Tucker Carlson accused Sam Altman of killing one of his old engineers.
Oh, that's right.
And then Ronan Farrow just came out with a big piece, which I've only read the snippets of, but like 100 ex-coworkers were like, he's a sociopath. He's a pathological liar.
Wow.
And so it's
good thing we have him in charge of AI.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
I think there was been 2 people have now tried to like break into his house after these articles have come out.
Oh, really?
So he posted a photo of his husband and his kid being like, hey, even if you hate me, like if you fire, I think someone tossed a Molotov cocktail, like,
really?
This is who you'll be hurting.
Wow.
There's a lot of that. There's a lot of populist violence going on.
It's a scary time.
I'm kind of a pussy.
Did you see Candace Owens respond to Trump?
Yes, I listened to it. The open letter.
The open letter, yeah.
And then I saw the Pope and Trump are going at it. That really caught everybody.
Dude, what is going on? I mean, you know, Tony Robbins says everything moves in seasons. We're in winter right now. Spring is coming. And I like to be optimistic, but this is a wild, wild time.
That's what's funny too. I was talking about this, like, Trump is like Vince McMahon.
Mm-hmm.
And he's such like a villain. Like someone I don't even like Gavin Newsom or Anthropic AI will kind of like take it to him a bit. And I'm like, yeah, fucking get him, dude.
Yeah.
And they're like stone cold. I'm like, they're not necessarily good, but someone's finally punching this guy.
Yeah.
But then you're like, dude, this is all kayfabe. Like it's theater. They're all operators in the same system.
Yeah.
And I'm getting emotionally rollicked by it.
I know. What do we do?
I mean, I still root for guys to win, but I can't hitch my entire being to it.
No,
I like wrestling, but
yeah,
you know, I got to be able to be okay if my guy doesn't win the match.
Yeah.
Was that deep?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We need the Biebs.
Yeah, no one was cooler than Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was. I watch his stuff all the time. Get your candy ass. Can you just pull up Stone Cold walking out?
Can you imagine being that big?
He's a tank.
Dude, how would that change you?
I think about that sometimes.
Being that big. just that. Oh man.
I think I would have been a bigger butt. I think it chills out some dudes, you know, like when some dudes are yoked, they're like, look, I got no problems and no one's trying to start shit with me.
Yeah.
I think I would have been like, I'm fighting everybody.
Yeah.
I'm fighting everybody.
Dude, so this happened at Coachella. There's a Radiohead like bunker, which is cool. There's like Radiohead. They created like it was like a 20-foot bunker they created near the Sahara tent. It's like this big mound of grass, and you go in, and it's like a Radiohead like short film.
Oh, that's cool.
It's very cool. But as we were leaving, this dude comes up to me, who's like, he's gay, and he goes in front of Kennedy. He goes, "I just want to say you have the most beautiful smile," and she was really ticked off by that.
Really?
She's like, "Is it not obvious that we're together?" She doesn't
I get it now. That makes a little sense.
She doesn't like dudes saying what up.
Right, which you would think would be more all right because they're not a legit threat. Whereas if it's a chick, you're like, oh, well, there's like that part of the brain that's like, this could actually happen. But if it's a dude, you're not gay, so it's just a compliment.
Yeah. But she was so offended. She thought it was very rude of him to like. I mean, she's the sweetest girl ever, so she wasn't like, it's not like she said anything, but she was just like kind of like offended that he would like openly say something like that in front of her.
She's just territorial, bro. And she likes that you're a prized asset. So she's just trying to protect it. That's sweet. I think that's honestly hotter than if she was like, yeah, go for it. Yeah. It's kind of nice. She's like, this is my man. This is my man. Dude, Cream Jean said, bro, I was at a concert clapping along during a song and a guy turned around and grabbed my hands and forced them closed. What should I have done? That is fucked up, Cream Jeans. Me and my boy A-Bomb were going nuts at Florence and the Machine, Coachella 2013. And these two chicks behind me go, hey, can you guys stop making fun of it? We're trying to have fun. And I go, we're not making fun of it. And then we both got really sad. And the girls waited a couple songs and then they went, guys, start dancing again. We're sorry. We didn't know you were being serious. We were like, whatever. Whatever. You got what you wanted. Ruin our good time. Yeah. We can't like, it's Planet Fitness shit, dude.
Dude. Yeah.
Making me feel like a motherfucking victim, but I ain't no victim. I fucking rock out to that shit. I've seen Florence since then. Fucking got after it, dude.
She awesome.
This is my life. You're not gonna put fucking Governor on me. I'm gonna bring it. She's incredible. She's an angel. Truly an angel. Isn't that the best when the artist feels like they're not from this realm?
Yeah.
That's Michael Jackson, right?
Yeah. Dude, Karol G.
Yeah, you're like, this person like hatched out of the cosmos and like fell here.
Yeah.
And now we get to see this shit.
Yeah, Karol G brought that energy. The Biebs.
I heard Somber had a good set.
That's what I heard. I didn't see him.
People were like, he was making an audition for the main stage.
Yeah.
That pterodactyl.
Strider's brother was there. We were trying to meet up.
Oh, he's the greatest, Matt.
Oh, that's Somber?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know that. Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out who Somber is.
He got good songs. Did you follow this Eric Swalwell thing?
Yeah, I was gonna bring it up. Dude, it's getting gnarlier and gnarlier.
What came out since? I haven't paid super close attention.
Oh, dude, the stuff that came out today was that he like drugged and
oh God.
Can I say it on the podcast? And raped a girl.
Jesus Christ.
Which is like, I mean, where there's smoke, there's fire, which I did not see this coming, but dude, sounds like he's a repeat aggressor. It's pretty gnarly.
With stuff like this in politics, it's such a dirty game that like a lot of, I mean, not saying this situation in general, but I feel like sometimes people just get blackmailed for like years, right? Like they have this information on people, and then like, was there like an election or something coming up? And then, yeah, like they don't want him to win. So now all this shit's coming out at once. I mean, he's still a bad guy, obviously, but I feel like some of it's just blackmail.
No, it's true. It's like, it's good he's been found out and it's good he's resigning. But then you look at the timing and you're like, oh, it was a crowded Democratic field. Did some powerful people want him out of there so it'd be a bit clearer at the top because the timing? But yeah.
So
it's overall it's like, you know, as soon as possible, let's get this guy away from people.
In the statement, he said, he's defending himself. He's like, these are false allegations. But he said, I made mistakes on judgment in the past.
Yeah.
So
which we all have too. It's like, it's funny because that can mean so many different things.
Yeah.
Like, does that mean you were like too flirty at a party, or do you mean like you having a full blown affair, or do you mean like you like coerce sex from people who work for you?
Yeah. For mistakes in judgment I made in the past, I will fight the serious false allegations made against me. However, I must take responsibility and ownership for the mistakes I did make. Well, what are those? What are those, Rick?
We don't want to self-incriminate. He's like, on January 13th,
Yeah.
2016, I got a blowy.
Yeah. He's like, all right.
From my buddy Carl's situationship.
Yeah.
I should not have done that.
He's like, all right. These are false, but I did take my wiener out.
Yeah, it's like a list.
Yeah.
There's like a list of 100. He's marking which ones are legit. Speaking of, let's get to something lighter. Dude, are you following this Summer House drama?
No, I haven't followed it.
God bless you. Do we feed on infidelity too much as a society?
I think. I mean, it's such a breach of trust. Yeah, I think it's.
But at the same time, it's so commonplace.
Yeah.
Like this guy West dated this girl Sierra for like 6 months, and then they still had some unresolved romantic tension after the fact. Then her best friend in this show, and probably a good friend in real life, Amanda, is going through a divorce, and Amanda starts sleeping with West. The timeline is not for certain, but it does seem like it's probably true that the ink wasn't dry on the divorce when she started sleeping with West. This happens all the time.
Yeah.
This is the most common thing in the world. Fucking your friend's ex. People are treating it like it's Eric Swalwell or something like that. Mm-hmm. And they're like, West is a bad guy. Amanda's a pick-me. Ciara is a victim. Kyle was never truly loved in his relationship. It explains his toxic behavior. And then because we have all the footage, we can go back and look at little micro moments like Amanda walking by West and grabbing his hand and be like, oh, we think the affair started there. Or, oh, this comment that Kyle made about how Amanda, didn't give him physical affection. That might have been true. And that might have been explained why he went over the top on this. It's like, dude, it's so normal. It's all very normal. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean it's good, but it happens all the time. And we just feed on it.
Yeah.
These people give us so much.
Yeah.
They're giving us their lives and their mistakes. They deserve to be exalted. They deserve to have the fame. I could not stand up to that scrutiny.
No, it's a lot.
I could not do it. And I know these people do it willingly and they get a lot because of it. But I do think it behooves us to not treat them like war criminals for fucking, their buddy's ex-wife.
Yeah.
I grew up around maniacs. Everybody was fucking everybody at some point.
That's a good point. I think you nailed it.
Did I make a point?
I think so.
Good. Fucking A. Because I've been dying to get that off my chest.
Do you watch Summer House?
I do sometimes. I haven't watched the last couple of seasons, but I watched a season or two. I watched like the Hannah Berner season. She was hilarious. Her and this guy Luke and Kyle, they were funny. Their fights are hilarious.
Yeah.
The guy Kyle is amazing television. He's electric. He says all the things you're not supposed to say. He leans into every fight and he goes too far. He's perfect.
And so Summer House, they get a house in the Hamptons?
Yes. And he says funny non sequiturs. Like the girl Lindsay will be like, Kyle's super drunk. She's like, Kyle, stay with me. Say something you're thankful for. He goes, sharks, my parents, Amanda. Are serious? It's like the fucking
Sharks.
It's the greatest thing anyone's ever said. It's fucking amazing.
Man. Do you ever wish we had Real World back?
That was the best.
Yeah.
And I feel like we weren't as harsh on those people.
No. Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know when we got so like puritanical about it where we're like, can you believe West would have sex with Amanda? I'm like, he's a 30-year-old famous guy living in a house with hot women. He's already slept with one of them. He didn't like her that much. Now he's sleeping with the other one.
Yeah.
Like, this is very not like, it's not like understandable where I'm like, yeah, that's what I would do. Maybe if I was West and he seems like a cooler, handsome, you know, he's a good that way. Like maybe I would, but I'm like, why is that shock? Like we're all like, oh, holy fuck. Or like even the Sandoval thing. I'm like, I guess it's crazy just because we have the footage too, because you can go back and see all the earlier stuff when they were pretending like they weren't doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think we had as much of an obsession with locating the quote unquote bad people and ostracizing them for being bad?
I think we always have had that. And then sometimes the system is just more set up to funnel that energy, and it's really well set up right now.
Yeah. Do you think it's the algorithm? You think that's algorithm?
It's the algorithm. It's the amount of footage we can watch. You know, it's a little bit like that season 1, 3rd episode of Black Mirror where you can like replay your whole day and see everything and just like get lost in your own experience a little bit more. Like I think we used to have the stocks, right? We'd be like, hey, this guy like, you know, was touching women's butts at the merchant tables. They're like, put him in the stocks and we'll all check tomatoes and call him a pervert.
Yeah.
And then now we have like the algo and you're just like, the fuck is and then like sometimes like if it's an Eric Swalwell thing, you're like, dude, you totally deserve like the onslaught of hate. You asked us to believe in you and like you wanted to be a hero.
Yeah.
These people are, you know, retards and whores on TV.
Yeah.
Like, why are we? And then people will be like, because Sierra's black, they'll be like, you know, they'll bring up the race components and like this intersectionality and all this other stuff. I'm like, bro, come on, man. These are just, this is what hot idiots do. And they're not idiots. Like they all actually are articulate and they seem cool, but like, you know, they're in a position to be idiots on TV. Like, I'm like, I don't know. I'm not gonna think they're bad people.
Yeah. If you were on a reality show, would you be inclined to like be bad?
Whoa. Yeah. Like almost like when you're playing that Jedi game and you have to choose if you're going to be like dark force or positive force.
Yeah.
Dude, I think I would start off being a good guy, and then after a couple years, I would see the shortcomings in that, and I would think it was all just a game, and I would go bad just to kind of win. I'd go more Spencer Pratt. I'd do that. Our future mayor. You know what? Actually, we do need to take these people down. It's like so crazy. He's like bowling second or third. It's so crazy.
Dude, I wanna be on Selling Sunset. Be the bad guy in that.
Yeah.
Be like, you tanked this listing on purpose?
You tanked this listing. You tanked my listing, Chad.
Yeah. You egged my house before the open house. You just find out you're just fucking Oh man.
I think that's why part of the reason why live streaming is so popular is because it's like quote unquote like raw reality, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like if someone does something fucked up, there's like instant feedback from the chat that's like, yo, chill. But like on these reality shows, sometimes they'll just start drinking and like it'll be like 5 hours later at night and there's like a chick throwing a glass across the room or something, you know? Like you don't have that like instant feedback, and then they record it for like the gain, obviously, or like views. But I think they just set people up in certain situations where they go fucking buck wild.
Of course. Yeah. It's a fishbowl, and the producers make them go crazy. We have producer friends in the business. Like they have to engineer chaos or the show's not going to move. But like Jersey Shore, like I don't think we like Ronnie and Sammy had like an abusive relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And like, but I don't remember like being as upset by it as we are by it now. Like, I think we were more grateful.
for
Like
the
we're like,
entertainment. Maybe
dude, thank you for giving us this peek into your insanity.
maybe it's like there's like
They were so funny too. Those
maybe
Jersey
there's such
Shore
a
people.
plethora of stuff coming out right now that it's like something that has to get us going is you have to get like real drama to get you going.
Yes, it runs on, dude. It runs the entertainment industrial complex runs on infidelity.
Yeah.
Like Scandival, that sells the most. It permeates the farthest.
Yeah.
Because it puts people into that puritanical thing where they're like, they're bad. I'm better. I'm like, dude, get fucked. You jack off to weird shit. Get the fuck out of here. God knows I do.
You got to.
You got to, brother. We're just trying to get through it. Rip a few cigs. My lady doesn't like me smoking cigarettes. I guess that's normal.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I don't smoke that much though. I smoke.
But do you smoke them cool?
No, dude. I look so. You watch me smoke. I don't think I do.
Yeah.
Shoot me straight, brother. How's it look?
You're like Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I do kind of have that too. You know my energy. I get a little.
Yeah.
I'm like pretty fiendy when I do stuff.
But dude,
and I'm intense. I'm an intense guy.
You could just say I smoke like Ben Affleck. Yeah. But that sounds cool though.
I do it once every 2 weeks is where I'm at.
I think you need to like throw on some shades. And
so you think if I work the aesthetic, she'll be more into it?
Kick your foot against the wall, lean back, and she'll be like, "Hey, baby, what's good?" he's like,
I fucking love Ben Affleck, man.
Yeah. He's like, I'm having a really tough time, man.
Ben Affleck's the fucking greatest. Did you see Soderbergh's doing a movie using AI?
Oh, I saw like a headline. I didn't look into it.
Yeah.
Damn. Dude, I saw one AI commercial that was like, do you see an ad that you like? Use our AI program to replicate that ad for your own product. I was like, oh my God.
It's brave of him to do that.
So what's he
I think he's doing a documentary about John Lennon and Yoko Ono. And for one part where they're talking about their dreams, they're going to animate it using AI.
Are people getting pissed at him?
Yeah. Everyone's going to be doing it. I know people will say I'm lame and like a bootlicker, but I really think you have to figure out a way to adapt and adopt this stuff.
Yeah.
Or you're just going to lose out to someone else who will. I know that seems fatalistic, but I don't think it's not as bad as it sounds. These technologies come through, they're huge disruptions, and they do have negative externalities. But hopefully those things get worked on, and if we can be clear-eyed about it, we can use it ethically and to our advantage, so that not just for us, but things we like can get better too. Yeah. And when I see people being so resistant to or saying it's dumb or saying it's slop, I'm like, I just don't think that's prudent.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Well, I think that the Bob Lazar documentary, that was pretty much all AI.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of stuff people are already absorbing that is AI that's not saying it's AI, that has a ton of that, like new music that's using it. A lot of TV shows I think are probably already using it. So someone in the chat said, I feel like if you're not going to make it, I don't know why I'd watch it. Yeah, but I mean, if you think about how much technology already goes into so many things that you do appreciate and enjoy, it does seem a little bit arbitrary to me.
Yeah, I think in a lot of cases it's like CGI, like,
yeah,
someone's
still curating the AI and saying this part didn't work, this part did.
Yeah.
Is it as difficult as it was 10 years ago? No. But was it that as difficult as it was 100 years before that? No, these processes get easier. But as a result, the competition gets tougher and it's harder to bust through. So yeah, I don't really use it. So I'm not even really trying to be defensive about it. I just think that's where it's going to go.
Yeah, I love ChatGPT.
I mean, I do use it for like a lot of personal stuff. It's hugely helpful in like research.
Yeah.
I was arguing with someone about the Pope yesterday, and I was like, they were like, the Pope shouldn't weigh in on politics. And I was like on Cloud. Is that it?
Claude.
I was on Claude. Oof. And I was like, tell me what Benedict, JP2, and Francis said that was like overtly political. And it gave me like, you know, it's wrong a lot, but it gave me good examples that were right.
Yeah. I think one thing AI will do is it will, I mean, to me, I'm starting to value, not that I didn't before, but just more and more live entertainment.
Yeah.
Like
the things you can't fake.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, to have an experience like that, we're just so overloaded with, content and all that kind of stuff. But live entertainment is like the energy is, you can't.
But I like that perspective. I think you're being really smart because you're not just saying like, oh, everything sucks now, everything's AI. You're saying, all right, well, if that is true, well, then where is the space where things don't suck?
Yeah.
I think that's a great way to look at it because you're being forward about it. And that's sick because then people come to your Stoke seminar and they're like, dude, this is a human thing. This was completely created by a human.
Yeah, I think there's just something like watching like Stone Cold or like you know, going to Coachella, like seeing Bieber live and stuff like that. It's just like it's just the human to human connection is.
But if you found out that Bieber before the show like put his set list through AI and had it organized it in a way that would have like maximum impact, or if there was like a YouTube video that was missing, so he created a YouTube video for the set that was AI, would that?
No, that I
guess that's what I'm championing is that like those integrations are going to happen, and as long as the artist at the front is still a good artist, I don't think it's like we should throw it all out.
No, I totally agree. I think using it as a tool to enhance your work. I don't, you know, I think it's and there'll probably be a point where you can't tell whether it's AI or not. I think we've probably reached that point, but when something's made entirely by AI, if you know it, you know, you're not isn't even the Bob Lazar thing. I'm kind of like, I was like,
no, I can't crank to AI porn.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm like, I need to know a person is having sex here.
Yeah, totally. I think Gen Z is going to theaters more. Did you read that?
Movie theaters?
I think so.
Pray to God. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. But I think as a tool, like to deny it as a tool to like help with things, I think that, you know, like, I think you're spot on. I think, you know, we've always used technology to enhance.
I got a beef of the week along these lines. Why do people think Artemis 2 was fake? Us going to the moon. Like people
think that's fake?
Yeah, people are using AI to like create like those astronauts in front of like a green screen or like in like a warehouse somewhere.
Oh wow.
And it's like, bro, I know some people don't believe the first one was true. But if we went there in the 60s, why the fuck could we not go there now?
Well, people don't think we went in the 60s, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some people don't believe that first one.
Have you seen
But this one, I feel like technology is so advanced, you get jet propulsion, and then people were like, well, the live stream's cut out, and like it was grainy footage. And it's like, bro, the guy's fucking 200,000 miles away from fucking Earth where our satellites are. Like, obviously, it's not going to run crystal clear 4K. I don't know.
Jake, I love where you're at lately, man. You're crushing. I think, do you think everyone just like wants to be the guy who gets it and doesn't want to be the guy who got duped?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that could possibly be it, where they're like, they don't want to look stupid or something.
Yeah, like if you're the black pill dude and you're always like, oh man, you buy into that. Like you're never going to be wrong because most stuff's going to like, there's going to be revisionist history on everything that says it wasn't what we thought it was in the moment.
Yeah. I don't know. This has really been irking my nerves the last 2 weeks or weeks since it happened because like people are using even AI to have like an AC-130 drop the thing out of the back. And it was like, that's its re-entry. And I'm like, bro, this thing was going fucking 20,000 miles an hour to like get back into the ozone. Mm-hmm. And I watched it live.
And you thought it was sick. You loved it.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was legit. And it was like a huge step for mankind. It's the farthest anybody's been around the backside of the moon. The farthest anybody's been in space ever.
Dude, that's what we're missing. That's what we're missing right now is inspiration. Yeah. Anyone who like, whenever people get inspired, there's other people who are like, well, it's all fake.
Because, dude, it's the haters. They got the loudest megaphone. The re-entry comes in. All the people who are psyched about this Artemis 2, they get blotted out by the people who are like, hey, you believe in that? Like, maybe it's coming down. It's just the let's go versus the haters.
I think rebellion in this day and age is to be inspired, to be pumped.
Can you do it?
To be like, NASA is sick. The moon.
And they're like, oh, how could you say NASA's sick? Do you know what they did in 1982? They were selling space parts and using it to fund the Sandinistas, which turned into money for crack.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, man, I'm just talking about the space shit.
I know. That's what made the 90s cool, I think.
The best.
Because we were just like, we're like, Nirvana, let's go. We were like, Bill Clinton, let's go. Except for the Lewinsky thing. But like,
Well, I mean, no, but it's true. Like, Soviet Union dropped out. We were the solo power. It was just us at the top. And we were dictating terms. And then, we had Nirvana was like kind of being like, maybe that shouldn't happen. They were like a counter voice to it.
Maybe but Nirvana's a bad example.
No, but it was great because they ripped.
Yeah.
It was fucking, they're sick. They're
being
sick as
pumped.
fuck.
Just getting pumped. Like,
they fucking ripped.
Like, just,
He did kill himself.
Yeah, that's true.
But if it fucking...
But bro, you really believe that?
Fuck, you got me.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, you win. That is true. That's how you win too, dude. Yeah, because I was trying to win, but then you won me on that.
One thing I liked about the Bieber thing is some people tried to come out and be like, y'all are lame, that performance is lame. But I think the hate was drowned out by the praise in this one. And I like that, where people are like, some people try to go like, bro, you thought that was good, bro? And people were like, like the louder voice in this instance was shut up.
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jake, I think you got to be the voice for Artemis too, dude. Just be hyped on how sick it was.
Yeah, I am hyped.
You are hyped.
Reposting some stuff on it. And
Let's
I'm also
go.
hyped on JB's fucking laptop at Coachella. That shit was fucking raw. Like, that's modern. That's how like live streams are, where people are like, check this out, what I think is funny. And then he got the whole crowd to be like, D's nuts. Like, that was fucking hilarious.
He's trying
that
new
was
shit.
Good. Yeah, and it was like in the moment, intimate.
Let's fucking go,
People didn't
Jake.
come to fucking see Sabrina Carpenter do like a 20 twirl arounds. They came to meet the artist. They want to see what Justin Bieber's up to.
Oh, you didn't have to go after Sabrina there, but I love where you're coming from, man.
Dude,
I love it.
Yo, Jake, you are ripping right now, bro. Yo. I think y'all might need some energy. Let's run it. Dude, the way he talks, I was just dying. Like I was loving it. He's like, Coachella was good. Y'all are so beautiful, man.
Well, I'm good to see him happy.
Dude, yeah.
We saw him 5 years ago. He was bummed. Visibly bummed.
Yeah.
We saw him at Crypto. He was a sad bro.
Yeah, he was up there and he's like, look, I know y'all don't want to hear me talk. You just want to hear me sing.
And his dancing was like so low energy. He was like, is it too late now to say sorry?
Yeah.
I'm like, get this guy a protein bar.
I thought the same with Kanye. Like, he was just up there smiling and happy and like thanking the crowd. Like, he's had so many wild rides in the past years that like just to see the artist up there in the flesh, happy, seeing 80,000 people singing his songs.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I went to the concert for, man.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So like, was there like a collective moment where like all like, cause it was crazy to me with the Kanye thing. I didn't expect everyone to be so amped to go. I thought it would still be like a complicated thing. Like, oh, it's Kanye. Should I go? Should I not? But everyone went and was just fired up.
Yeah.
A very diverse set of people too. Like people I know in LA who I was like, oh wow. I'm like, I would have thought you'd been more gun shy about that. They were like, no, I need this Kanye show right now.
Right.
It's just the music is so fucking good.
Yeah, exactly. It was like the perfect time period of my life, like high school, college. Kanye ruled. He was the king. He had many hits. It was
I
all
think
that
he's
was
got the
played at
greatest
parties.
of my lifetime. the greatest musician.
The greatest catalog, potentially.
For sure.
Like,
For sure.
A lot of the great artists that people say were the greatest died like 5 years into their run. Kanye's been doing it for 20, 25 years.
Yeah, if you go from College Dropout to like Life of Pablo, it's like the greatest musical run ever.
Yeah.
Or do you go past Life of Pablo?
No, I don't really like his new stuff like Bully, but even like Yeezus or like 808 and Heartbreak.
Yes, for sure.
Was like those two albums were fucking insane.
And
like,
huge leaps forward for music.
Exactly. And he was like testing shit. He was trying shit like electric voices and like a huge auto tune. I mean, a lot of people did that, but he was kind of like the forefront of a lot of that.
No, it
stuff.
still sounds insane when you listen to Yeezus. Like Hold My Liquor, dude. That fucking song. It gets you so fucking fired up, dude. That shit'll get you so pumped up.
Yeah, there's something. I do feel like people are. I do feel like people are starting to come around more towards, like, enough with the discourse. Let's just enjoy.
Let's party.
Yeah.
What other choice? It's like Matrix 2. Just fucking, the machines are coming.
Yeah.
Let's orgy.
Yeah.
Let's orgy for sure. I do think I'm on social media too much, but if you could dose it right, it's the fucking greatest. Dude, will you? Jake, let me send you a vid.
Last thing on Kanye. The production value was out of this fucking world. The dude was on a half dome that turned into every single planet in the universe.
It looked incredible.
It had smoke coming out of it. And then they had fireworks, flames. Like when flashing lights and all of the lights came on, they had these lasers that were just lighting up the fucking arena. It was like his only show in the U.S. could potentially be his last show ever at this rate with how they're canceling his shows. And I was there. It was fucking incredible.
Oh, they're canceling his shows?
Yeah, he was supposed to headline the Wireless show.
And advertisers dropped out?
Yeah, Pepsi and a whole bunch of other people dropped out. So.
I mean, you know, he did bring it on himself a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like, you are the greatest musician ever, but you were playing with fire. All right, so Blake Bortles was a pretty good NFL quarterback, never great. Mm-hmm. And this is just a video about him.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Usually just piss.
What would you do if you weren't playing football?
If I wasn't playing football, working construction, ripping cigs.
Do you know how much money you made?
Do you know?
It says 47 million.
Sounds right, man. That's awesome. Yeah, dude. Suck it, nerds.
Bro, how glorious is that?
Just piss.
I was having a hard day a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I just pulled that. It just popped up into my feed.
Yeah.
I watched it. I was like, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Put my phone down. I was like, there is no time to feel bad. Pedal to the metal. Let's freaking live, dude. Blake Bortles is out there pissing. He hucked some tutties, got to the AFC Championship game. It's a beautiful world.
Dude, what's the first thing you do? Just piss.
Just fucking piss. It's so good.
How much it says you pay for? Yeah, that sounds right, man. That's fucking awesome. Suck it, nerd. That fired me up.
Did it right?
Yeah.
That's when social media is the fucking best.
Yeah.